Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2025 Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. Final assembly location is Halewood, the UK. Comes in these trim levels, only two, S and Dynamic SE. I had the Dynamic SE. This is classified as a small SUV, seats 5 people, including the driver. All new in 2020. I didn't know that it was that old. Here we are 5 years later, okay? Exterior features, simple, unique, attractive front fascia. Love it. High body, short roof. Looks cool, but does limit headroom and visibility. Pronounced wheel arches give the body a taut look, like somebody just kind of stretched the skin right over it. Small rear hatch opening. Pop-out door handles were kind of unique. They were rectangles. I liked it. What I did like overall, the overall look to me gets an A. Interior highlights. This is a minimalist dash. It gives a sleek appearance, but it does have its drawbacks. Seating is comfortable with nice materials. A couple of steering wheel controls had me confused. For instance, what does the diamond mean? What does the O or 0 mean on the button, on the dash, on the steering wheel? Well, oops. No, you'd think, but no, that's not it. One of them is actually a control that you can program whatever you want. You can make the button on the steering wheel whatever feature you want it to be.
Oh,
that's
really?
not already on there. Yeah. Anyway, it looks, I don't know, functionally, I need a couple more knobs and switches,
I bet you
personally.
do. Yep.
Cargo trunk room, small, rear seats don't fold completely flat. What I liked about it, I did like the minimalist layout. It kind of reminds one of the new spaceships that are going into orbit now. You get the inside of the cockpit.
Yeah, flat screen and a
they're
steering
laid
wheel.
back,
Yeah.
and they've got the screen there. And they just touch the screen.
screens, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it kind of reminded
Sort of
me
like my Buick.
kind of, but a lot less knobs and switches. What could use improvement? Most controls are relegated to the infotainment screen or the steering wheel, which makes for extra unnecessary steps when looking for, like for instance, the HVAC controls. You got to go through screens to get to the HVAC controls. Some of you may like that. It was a little awkward for me, but I only got to drive it for a week. 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 246 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed automatic transmission, tow rating almost 4,000 pounds. Gas mileage, 20 in the city, 27 on the highway for a combined of 22. I got 24.6 miles per gallon over 356.8 miles. What I liked about it, the mileage. What could use improvement? It's got a bit of turbo lag that you've got to be prepared for. And ride and handling. I liked the quietness. 4-bangers typically make a lot of noise. This one did not. I didn't take it off-road, but based on its equipment, it should do well there. The other problem that I have with going back to the turbo lag, in cars that have the start-stop feature, which this one has, typically you let your foot off of the brake, and that starts the engine.
Yes.
Not on this one.
Really?
Because it has a hold feature. So you let your foot off the brake, and it does nothing, but it keeps the brake on.
The hill hold.
Well, they don't call it that. The hill hold or descent control. They don't call it that. Okay? So if you're stopped, let's say, for instance, at a stop sign, right? And you're ready to go, and cars are going back and forth, and you need to get across that intersection. You let your foot off the brake, and the engine doesn't start until you hit the accelerator pedal. That's an added delay there that I found frightening, actually, because in this city with all the traffic that we have, when there's a
go, yeah.
When there's a hole to get across the traffic, you jump on it. So the way I did it was, I let my foot off the brake and then put my left foot on the brake, touched the accelerator pedal. Now the engine's running. I'm ready to go. It's like a drag strip.
Well, you're
right?
you're a left foot breaker anyway.
I am, but still, you got to get used to it. Even if you're a left 2 foot, yeah.
They call that line lock.
Well,
Pretty much.
Yeah, but usually if you got a line lock, you got a button.
Yeah. Well, your button is the pedal.
Yeah, it's weird. It's different.
Yeah,
I don't know. All right, so base trim price $54,900. Price is tested $61,765. This is for a Land Rover Evoque. Base model price $49,900, which competes with the BMW X1 for $40,500, the Acura RDX for $44,700, and the Genesis GV70 for $46,200. It's different. But I tell people all the time, hey, you're talking American, German, Asian, Sweden, they all have their own little niche thing that they do. The cars are different, they drive differently, they feel differently, and they work differently. So keep that in mind if you're one of those kind of people that likes to shop around and maybe have a different car every year, and I think I'm going to go Swedish this time. Okay.
Meatballs.
Meatballs.
Heat Verdi.
That's it.
Oof, don't you know?